right, welcome to our trading session here at Forex.Today. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. So please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. My name is Wayne McDonell. I'm the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. We offer you access to the Forex market, but also energies, metals, indices. We do these sessions 7:30 in the morning, Monday through Thursday, here at Forex.Today, and every Friday at FXStreet.com. Hope to see you soon. Just come to the website, Forex.Today, and register. All right, so here's what's going on. My kid's sick, my dog is sick, my wife is sick, everyone's sick, and I've been up all night taking care of them. Yup, even my dog. So I'm shot. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm a disaster. I'm like a puddle of mud. So my thoughts are that the markets are going to be probably slow anyways due to Yellen. So because her testimony is at 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn through some charts, show you what I'm looking at, show you what I'm thinking about, and then just pull the plug, call it a day. What do you think? Maybe only a half an hour or 40 minutes or something like that. Is that all right? What I'm trying to avoid is me getting sick, which is almost inevitable, but I don't know. So that's the thought. Well, we might as well start with Aussie yen. Why not? We're here. Why not? Get on with it, boy. Okay. What trend is existing on this hourly chart? And has it found support? Has it reversed? Big questions. Comes down to really in advance whether you're a bull or a bear on this pair. Do you want it to go up or do you want it to go down? Again, if you're looking at a chart to try to get answers, you're too late already. So if I shift it to the 4-hour, you can see if you were a bull, this is an area in which you might be interested. Yeah, 800000. You know what I mean? Not a complicated matter. So you either want it to go up or down. And if you want it to go up, you're supremely interested in this 80 area. And your thought is, if I can get something like this, then it's a double bottom. Well, the good news about that, and I think we talked about it maybe yesterday or the day before, that would make the stock markets go up. And to me, that's a good thing. Okay. Zoom in a little bit more and then drop to the smaller time frame. That's why I'm showing this on an hourly now. If you were already interested in 80, if you were already interested in Aussie, if you're already interested in the yen getting weak, then how do you feel about an inverse head and shoulders pattern with a Stokes kicker at exactly 80? Well, by the time you got it, it was more like 80, 50, but right? Make sense though, guys? That if you're looking at it in the context of nothing, it doesn't look like anything. That's why you need to have a filter. Some sort of confirmation bias. In this case, it's a good confirmation bias because you wanted to buy here anyways. So what more would you want besides a reversal pattern, right? And if you sold it, it was ballsy because I'm not sure on this chart you didn't have any reason to sell it, but it's ballsy because you're at support that we've covered. So where you would sell it would be here, right? Probably not here. If you sold it off 81 or something, sure. Okay, fine. That's how it goes. Let's start with the intermarket. Come on now, touch me, baby. All right, so this is Nikkei. Gapped down, pop right back up off the reversal pivot. And one thing to kind of pay attention on Nikkei here. Is it reversing, do you think? Be interesting, huh? That would be good if you own equity in any stock market in the world. You know what I mean? So that's Nikkei. How about the euro, right? The euro 50. This is that monthly and weekly cluster we talked about on Monday, right here. It looks like maybe it's reversed. So what's the next step? It's probably got to, come in here, respect that area, come in here, respect, this area, right? And then maybe like this. What do you think? Smell like a plan? So that's two stock markets that want to go up, maybe. No Dow, no DAX. Let's take a look. Does that look like maybe it's found a bottom on a reversal area? Okay. So that's Germany. How about the UK? Oh, snap. What does this start to feel like the same story over and over again? Is this like Groundhog Day? So is it correlated or is it just some weird random move? hmm So what do you do when the stock markets of the world are trying to head up? Here's the S&P 500. By the way, in your opinion, do the global stock market traders tend to use weekly pivot points? Yeah, Guy, I think it was last week, right? Yeah, he woke up, found out he has a wife and 27 kids, went back to bed. All right. So interesting, right? So what happens in that scenario? Well, gold didn't quite make the target. It's too bad, huh? And this is the area, and we only got here. Too bad, so sad. So maybe we're gonna get, I don't know. Okay, so that's gold. And Dixie didn't do much at all. So you had to be bullish on pound dollar or bearish on euro dollar. And if you were, you made money. And then crude stabilizing near weekly pivot point. I was kind of hoping to see this stuff in here, right? There's a misprint in there. MR3 is wrong. I don't know where that's coming from. Anyways. Why can't you just trust in my All right. How about some Euro dog? There's a break out of that wedge that we had a long time ago. Now we're up in here. Support. So if you're a bull, you need to be thinking about this. What do you think? Is that on anyone's radar today? Okay. Right. So it might be on its way. That's cool. I didn't see it on this chart, but I thought when I look way up here, this top screen over here, way up there, top right corner, um, that's Euro USD, and I use a different setup on these screens than what you see over here, and I thought it was showing me a monthly pivot, but I don't see it here, and there are monthly pivots. That this weekly M3 over there is about approximately a monthly. It's about here. No, it's right off these wicks. Yeah, because that's a 4 hour. It's right off these wicks. So, but I'll tell you what though, you see this 4 hour oscillator? It's suggesting down, right? Not that price is going to fall. It's suggesting down, but the trend is still up, right? But what if we get a move like this? Okay. What would you want your daily to look like? Oh, snap. You'd kind of want it to look like that. So it'd be interesting. Okay. So it's maybe trying to set up for that, but we're not at like the world's greatest reversal zone. 115 would be way more believable, wouldn't it? Hit 115 and the world wants to start the trend over. But that's starting to, get into my plan, my mind, my eyes. Yeah, a central banker always has the potential to say something stupid. Ben Bernanke, I think during his first month of being in charge of the Fed, was at like a dinner function, listening to someone do a speech, and he mumbled out someone next to the person next to him at the dinner table some snide remark about the speaker. Oh, turns out that's like the lead reporter for like the New York Times or something, sitting next to him, and he says, "Oh, that guy's an idiot," something like that, right? Dope. Guess who's listening? Yeah. So, a central banker always has the potential of sticking their foot in their mouth, right? But I heard yet when Yellen retires, she's going to star in a show called Monetary Policy and Tiaras, and it's going to be huge on Showtime. It's going to be huge. Okay, so we did the stock markets, we did crude. Now let's look at Kiwi Swissy. Why not? Kind of looks like a sideways move, right? Which means at best you plan for a range trade. So you got the kicker, you got the support. You can take it north if that's what you want to do. That's Kiwi Swissy. Cool thing is your stop's close, right? 64.50, let her run. Target's up here. That's a risk on play, isn't it? So as long as you got risk on, that is plausible. Why don't you just trust in mine? Okay, so I got Pig Dog channeled up. Oh, snap, it broke. So why do I have it channeled up like that? So in situations like this, right? Pachow, right? Buy, buy, buy. Because it just shows that the current downward movement has come to an end, right? So now what, right? So we've already done all the work, which is kind of cool. Thank you, Wayne. You can see we already have resistance zones in here, right? So if you were looking for like a three-wave correction, a bear would start to get involved in here. Oops, come on now, right? That's where a bear would get involved. Don't you stink? Come on, come on, come on now. Trade my baby. I'm good to see that I am not afraid. It's funny, we're right on this line now. So it seems like a pretty dumb place to buy. If you're going to buy, you're going to have to wait for some sort of retracement and then launch it up. I still think it's going to kick off the 786, 46 area and then launch and then have to deal with that. Right? So it just comes down to whether you're a bull or a bear. Made 68 this morning. Cool. Guten Morgen. So what do you stink on this one, guys? This is still set up as a risk off play on the 4 hour. The 4 hour would trade this way, and that's risk off. Okay. Here, guess I'll do it this way. Here, it's not really in play anymore. I'll get rid of the fib because the fib projects a higher high and we're making a lower low. So that fib is dead, but certainly rangy, huh? So I think ultimately, if you bought it here, you're going to play it more like this. Hang on, let me capture that. Okay. But, you know, it's going to come up here, it's going to fall, and then it would have to come up here, test this area, fall, rally up to here, overextend, right? That's kind of how you'd think about it at this point. You wouldn't think it's trending. House of the rising sun. Do, 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 do. Wait, that's sitting on the dock. How does the tune go for House of the Rising Sun? Anyways, forget about it. Pound sing. Kind of looks like the trend is still down, which is risk off, right? Think about Chinese billionaires moving their money back to Singapore. There was, New Orleans. We call it the rising sun. Yeah. Oh, new record low Baltic Dry Index. Yay! Congratulations. I think that's a record low every day for like 3, 4 weeks in a row. Nice. You can do it. Drive those prices lower. So, anyways, I still see a downtrend here, but if we get risk on, we would start to see a new trend. It might be being born right here, right now, when all the stock markets are trying to flip. It's a good sign for risk on, but we still have this as an issue, right? So off the 21 and then higher high, and it's not going to ignore the weekly and central, so it's got to come back down, and then it's got to pick up some new steam, and there we go. That would be pound sing. What do you think? Is it going to be risk on, or or are we going back to risk off? Only time will tell, and it'll probably come down to Janet Yellen. So, yeah. So I gotta go take a nap, and in fact, I have to go to a doctor's appointment today and everything. Just a fun day to have everybody sick, huh? So I'm sorry it's brief, but like I said, I never quit. You can't hold this old dog down. Because a hound dog gonna get those pips. So, anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. So I'm just not entirely sure if I'm going to be here or if it's if it's online, Kevin. So I just apologize. It just turned out to be a bad day. But yeah, who knows? My mind might be my mind might be dead. I don't want to give you bad thoughts or bad advice. See, I'm not even profitable. But I'm up 300 pips for the last couple of days. All right, so peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I'll see you tomorrow and every day because that's how I roll, yo. So thanks for your patience and understanding. See you again soon, huh?